price in last 45 years. Markets have continued to go up if they were going up and never continued price in last 45 years. Markets have continued to go up if they were going up and never continued to go down if they were going down. So I think the mental base is ready to welcome a lot of things the finance minister may say today.
I would have thought that I would have thought, Madhusudan, that people would be a bit relieved today after the markets would want the attention away from Adani. You know, it's been such a sort of a wet towel on everyone's optimistic mood over the last 4 days. Madhusudan.
I will simplify for you. What Sushil is trying to say is right. Basically, market has become lighter, and that is what you need when going into the budget. The expectations were low. There was this hangover of capital gains tax. I think it is quite unlikely that will get disturbed significantly in the coming budget. The people's positions, technical position of the market is very light. And if there is nothing untoward which happens in the budget, and I'll just emphasize this point, nothing untoward in the form of capital gains tax, then I think market is set for a very good rebound and good days ahead. And as far as this Adani issue is concerned, now the hump is over. What we should say that, you know, this was one of the largest FPO being done in the current year, done by one of the largest group. That hump is over. So from a market perspective,
I'm sorry, but I can't resist a question on Adani. Your comment, just, I'm sorry, I can't avoid a question. Your comments on India's biggest family offices, biggest groups, you know, coming and helping Adani out. Unusual, isn't it? People are commenting on so much fraternity within the Indian corporate space.
But in a way, it is good now to see people standing by when it comes to India's credibility. It is great to see that you know, people are standing by to protect in a way India's credibility, because what would have happened, you know, would have been really ugly had this FPO not got subscribed. For the whole of India, it was not only a question of one group, right? So it is good to see that people coming together and ensuring that it went through. And I must go on to say that I have had a good fortune of knowing Gautam Bhai for last 20 years. He is a man who has proven unprecedented execution in the last 20 years, and obviously created a lot of wealth for shareholders. So there is no reason for me to believe that the Adani story will not continue. Stock prices are different thing. They are dependent on buying and selling. But Adani's story in terms of execution, in my opinion, will continue on the ground.
Yeah, I just also been saying recently to people that at the end of the day, please remember, Hindenburg is a short seller. They are not investigative journalists, as some people would like us to believe. Are you there, Deepan? Now is the line with you there? Deepan, I can't see you on the screen.
Yes, I'm there now.
Deepan, good morning.
Good morning.
Deepan, what are the markets going to cheer for?
Yeah, good morning, Arnab. Thanks for having me on your show. I think markets will cheer for stability as far as capital gains tax is concerned. I think that's really the only looming sword on the market. And if there is no tinkering done over there, be it with the holding period or the actual tax rates, I think we will go back all much more happier and at a better frame of mind. So I think that's the real requirement of the market. Apart from that, we want the interest rates to be softer going forward, because major industries like real estate and automobile are revving up and they are dependent on lower interest rates. So if the government borrowing is subdued, curtailed, and it provides more resources to the private sector, then I think that will be an added benefit. But I think all the focus is on the capital gains. And of course, if there's any relaxation on the personal taxation, it will really bring about the feel-good factor in the market. So let's keep our fingers crossed over here.
And what do you think? I mean, do you think the government can deliver on the proposal to shift the tax liability on buyback of shares from companies to individual shareholders? I mean, I've been hearing that if that happens, then the markets will really rally.
Yeah, I think that will be received quite positively, because it is good for the companies per se, and it will perhaps encourage more companies to go for buyback, and it's a fair way of taxing as well. So I don't think that that's going to be a bit of an issue going forward as well. But I think the bigger issues are with government borrowings, as well as with personal taxation. and capital gains.
You
how
mentioned
that
government
plays out.
borrowings.
And
You mean are the markets going to be very affected by the fiscal deficit?
yes, absolutely. I think this is the time where we need interest rates to be under control. We need more resources for private lending, be it to retail or to corporates. We are seeing an upcycle in the capex spending of large corporates, and that needs to be supported by lower interest rates. I think in any case, I think exports are going to be impacted by recession overseas. So we need to focus on sectors and industries which are strongly domestic focused, like real estate and like automobiles, and of course the capital goods, which after many years we are seeing a turnaround over there, and that needs to be supported by lower
And
interest rates.